I watch this movie every single year of my son called Life of a King, based off a true story by a guy by the name of Eugene Brown. Eugene Brown was incarcerated for 17 years. How many years? 17 years he was incarcerated. He was incarcerated because of an armed robbery. He robbed a bank. He robbed a bank. And when the police showed up, everyone scattered. But they caught up to Eugene, and Eugene took the hit for the crime. He was incarcerated for 17 years. While he was in prison, one of his cellmates taught him how to play the game called chess. Now, while he was in prison, he learned how to play this game called chess. And one of the most important things in the game of chess is you need to stop and think before you make a move. Because in the game of chess, if you're not careful, if you're not thoughtful in regards to the decision you make in the game of chess, it could cost you your what? What did we just talk? What's the most important piece? It could cost you what? Your king. The same principle and concept applies to life. If you're not patient, if you don't stop and think about the decisions that you make in life, it could cost you your life. Now, in this movie, Life of a King, Eugene Brown was incarcerated for 17 years, and once he was released, he went to a school similar to this, and he became a janitor. And every single day, he would clean the hallways, clean the bathrooms, until one day the principal said, I need someone to help because the teacher that usually supervises detention is sick and is not here today. So she asked Eugene to cover and go into detention. Now, when he went into detention, the students were not paying attention. They had music playing, they were playing cards. One of the dudes named Clifton was actually selling drugs to other students in detention. So Clifton was in detention hustling, also known as a dope boy. So he was running the streets for a dude named Perry and selling drugs in detention. Eugene said, as long as I'm in here, I need you guys to sit down. Clifton challenged Eugene and said, who you talking to, my man? Eugene walked up to him and said, I'm talking to you. You don't want to try me, so he asked him to sit down. So everyone sat down because Clifton was the ringleader. So everyone went to sit down, and when they went to sit down, Eugene said, I'm going to teach you how to play this game called chess. So Eugene ended up establishing what was known as the chess club at school. But then there's only one problem. The principal found out that Eugene was a prior convict and that he lied on his application when he was applying for the job as a janitor. So she said, you no longer can work here. But he didn't want to give up on the students. So he made a responsible decision. The decision he made was that he was going to start this chess club outside of the school. So he called it the chess house. So the same students that would come to detention now would go to this chess house. There was one student in particular named Peanut. Everyone say Peanut. Say Peanut. Now, Peanut's real name was Percy, but his crew called him Peanut. Now, here's the thing with Peanut. Peanut was a good kid. Peanut would hang out with Clifton, and they also hung out with another dude named T. So you had Clifton, you had T, and you had Peanut, all in the same crew. Now, Clifton was the dope boy, T was highly intelligent, and Peanut was highly intelligent as well. Well, one day at the chess house, Peanut went to the chess house to play chess to work on his craft. Then T and Clifton came to the chess house and said, Peanut, we need you to go with us. Eugene was like, Peanut, you don't need to do this. You can make a responsible decision. You don't need to go with Clifton. You don't need to go with T. Stay here at the chess house. It's important for you to stay here. It's safe here, Peanut. But Clifton and T pressured Peanut to go with them. Now, Clifton was going to make a drug deal. When they arrived to meet this other crew, Clifton says, Peanut, you're going to stay with the car. T, you're going to get out and come with me. But Peanut said, you want me to stay in this car by myself? Because Peanut was scared. So Clifton said, you know what, forget it. He said, T, you stay with the car. Peanut, you come with me. Now, when Clifton went to make the drug deal, the person that he was trying to sell the drugs to said, I'm not paying you nothing. So the person he went to sell the drugs to pulled the gun out on him. And when he pulled the gun out on him, he went to shoot Clifton. But guess what? He missed Clifton. Guess who ended up getting shot? Who? Peanut. Peanut gets shot. Now Eugene had gave Peanut a king. And Peanut always kept that king in his pocket. When Peanut got shot, he had that king in his hand. And T had to watch his best friend die right there on the streets. See, T mom had suffered with some substance abuse, so T would eat at Peanut's house every single night. So Peanut cared about T, and T cared about Peanut. But on that particular day, Peanut didn't make a good decision. Peanut lost his life because he was running with the wrong crew. See, when you make responsible decisions, it will yield you a positive consequence.